How's it going, YouTube? I hope you all are having a great day. As you guys can tell, behind me I have the Turbo S, which means we are going to be doing something to it. Let me show you what that something is. If you guys couldn't guess, this is a windshield from a company called UTVZILLA. They are actually a company located out in Utah, about, I'd say 40 miles away from me. I ordered their windshield, and I also ordered the optional manual windshield wiper for it as well. So let me start unboxing this, and then I'll show you once it's all opened up. And we're actually going to do a install video for you guys as well. So let's get to it. So just from unboxing this, I don't know if this wiper, which is mounted in the middle, is going to be anywhere near substantial enough to be an actual windscreen wiper, but that's just from what I'm noticing right now. But let's keep going. So let's show you guys the packaging and my first impressions of that. So as you guys can tell, there is a lot of styrofoam, really high quality, nice and thick bubble wrap. It came with these mounting brackets as well in a separate bag. I'm not sure what's in here quite yet. And then just to do a quick rough fit of this windshield wiper, I was concerned about how it would fit because it looks really small, but it looks like it'll actually cover a pretty substantial amount of the windshield, which is great. Let's keep unboxing. So as you guys can tell, I got all of this unpacked. I've got the windshield, obviously. We still have the bubble wrap on the bottom because I don't want to touch it to this rough table. I have the windshield wiper as well as the accessories to that. I have the 4 mounting brackets, 4 screws. I'm not sure what this is for. I'm gonna guess it's for the little flap to let airflow in. And then obviously 4 of everything else, washers, nuts, and a couple more bolts as well as a sticker. And it does come with an instruction guide, which is awesome. So I'm my one-man crew today. Let me see what I can do by myself, and then I think I'm gonna put it on right now, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's on and how I mounted it. So let me get into that. All right, guys, so as you can tell, we got the windshield installed. I'm sorry, like I said, I wasn't able to record a lot of it. I was by myself and I had to ask my dad to help, and I didn't want to have him on the camera, but I will review the installation process. I'll tell you guys exactly what I did, as well as some issues that I had with the installation process. So let's start with installing it in general. So they have you start with this little airflow flap down here. I'm gonna go inside the machine and show you. So there is 4 bolts. You put in 2 right here and then 2 down there. And then that obviously, that lets you put on this mechanism that when you move the windshield, that just goes up and down. So that's really good. And you can tighten this little nut if once you're set to where you want it, which is awesome. All of this is, I will say, very, very high quality. I was a huge fan. Bunch of hard touch here. This is just plexiglass. This is real glass. I don't want to touch it because I just cleaned it. And then after that, we put on the windshield itself and we kind of rough fitted it. We did actually have to move the mirrors, or else the brackets wouldn't fit and the mirrors wouldn't fit lower, which is fine because I did want to move the mirrors up anyways. That wasn't too difficult. Let's see. Each of these has just 1 bolt. Let it focus. It just has 1 bolt going to it. And then it's got a washer coming out from here. I probably should have done a better job with making that even, but anyways, yeah, that is there. As you guys can tell, it does look very good looking from this angle. It is all pretty well hidden on all 4 corners. You can still see the washer. Oh, that one looks like got a little dirtier. Huh, the paint is already rubbing off of that one. That's really weird. Let's talk about this windshield wiper. So it's a super simple mechanism. You have this little handle here, and you have pretty much a mirrored bolt from one side to the other. As you guys can tell, there's your nut, and then you have a washer, and then a little rubber piece to kind of seal it all together, as well as there, and it just kind of clamps down. And then this little cover that you can also put on to hide that little nut, which I will after this video. But really great. I did test the windshield wiper. It does work very well. I just sprayed some glass cleaner and let it wipe, and it wiped really well. So that's really good. The windshield wiper is, a good piece, and it does wipe a lot more of the windshield than I thought. So that worry is 100% gone. let's move on to things that I really wasn't happy about installing this product. So firstly, these instructions, as you guys can tell, are awful. It doesn't really show much. I mean, I'm really glad that it does have the colored pictures, but that really didn't do me much. There's literally 2 steps. I wish they would have done more, just for people that maybe aren't as mechanically inclined to install, you know, things like this. And there are a lot of people out there, and there was obviously places that I was kind of hung up on, such as actually installing this little mounting bracket for the air flap, as well as seeing the direction as to where these little clamps go. But besides that, you just kind of have to have 2 people to kind of move it around and fit it exactly where you want. It is definitely a 2-person job. You could do it 1 person, it would just take you a lot longer. But let me get this garage cleaned up. As you guys can tell, I used a bunch of stuff. So let me get the garage cleaned up, and then I'm gonna go out on the trail with you guys, and I'll kind of talk about how it runs. Well, I guess it's not going to change the way that it runs, but it will just kind of talk about if there is less wind noise, and you guys will actually be able to tell through the camera. I think it might still pick up a lot just because of the ambient air that will still go in through the sides and the back. But hopefully it will keep some of the cold off of you in the fall, which is coming up, and as well as the winter, as well as have that windshield wiper in the winter, so you're out and your windshield gets wet. So let me go and start this machine. Like I said, I'll clean this up, and then we'll join you inside the machine.
So I hope you guys can hear me okay. I've been driving around with this windshield for a little while now, and the wind is actually obviously a hell of a lot better. You don't get any wind in your face. What I'm really appreciating is right now it's the season where there's a lot of little bugs out, and I'm not getting any freaking bugs in my face. It feels a lot better. I tested the little the windshield, the wind flap, and you don't feel, I mean, you do get airflow when you want it, you don't get it when you don't want it, which is really great. Again, I am yelling just because the RZR is a little loud, and I'm sorry that my phone's kind of bouncing around a little bit. But other than that, it feels really good in here. I'm really surprised with the result, and I'm pleased with the outcome as well. Let me get through this trail ride. Like I said, I just wanted to show you guys how it sounded. I will also say one more thing, that music is a lot better. You don't have to really blast it as much to hear it because there's no wind to break it up, so that's great. But besides that, guys, let me get done with this little ride. Let me turn around, get back home, and I'll close out the video there. Thanks.
So the windshield install is done. We went on that trail ride, as you guys can tell, and like I mentioned, it's a lot better wind noise wise. You don't get as many bugs in your face. I can only imagine that in the cold it's going to be a hell of a lot better. Like I said, when you open that extra air flap, it helps a ton. So it is a really great product. The quality is amazing. I know I was going to order like a Moto Armor windshield, but I actually just went ahead and ordered this one because I heard some cool things, some good things about it, I should say, on some Facebook groups. People really like this. It was like $100 or like $150 cheaper than Moto Armor, and it's like really the same quality. So I'm very happy with this product. I would highly recommend this to all of you guys. But that's really all I have to say about the windshield. Let me point on one other thing that I really think sets UTVZILLA apart from other companies. I should start by saying I'm not sponsored by UTVZILLA. I just have really great things to say about them, and especially about their customer service. Most of which being a situation that I actually ran into where I forgot to actually order the windshield wiper. For some reason, it's just like a little box that you check. I completely forgot to check it. I got to talking to my parents and I forgot to check the box. So I made the order, and I contacted UTVZILLA a couple days after I made the order. And a man named Scott, he actually messaged me on Facebook because I made a post about it, and he helped me out a ton. He said he made me PayPal them, and he was able to actually get the windshield in my order. So huge thanks to you, Scott. Thank you so much for your help. There's not a lot of companies that would be willing to do that. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching the video, YouTube. Please leave a like. It helps the new YouTube algorithm. I would really appreciate that. And as well, if you guys could subscribe, that would mean a hell of a lot to me. So besides that, I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.